So following my little video on surrender and mindfulness and the meditation to surrender, I also thought I'm going to record a short yoga sequence to surrender. So come and join me on the mat for a nice flow that can help us to surrender, and hopefully we can take things from the mat off the mat as well. So let's get started in Tadasana mountain pose at the top of our mat. Take your hands out to the side, breathing in. Pull a bit of your belly up and in as your tailbone descends, and then rolling the shoulders up to the ears and down the spine. Opening your chest slightly, your heart. Breathing in, smiling. And breathing out, relax, let everything go for a moment. Again, breathing in, roll the shoulders to the ears, down the spine. Opening the chest, hold it here. And breathing out, relax. One last time, breathing in, roll the shoulders, pull a bit of your belly up and in, engage any muscles that you have. Hug everything into the midline, the back line. And let it go, relax. Feel into your body, feel into the connection between the feet and the ground, the mat. Perhaps you want to set yourself a little intention here. For me, it is to let go of this need to control, to surrender what is and what I feel and the way that my body wants to move today. So let's take a deep breath in, bend your legs, reaching your hands up over your head, slight back bend, breathing out, forward fold. Breathing in, pressing through all four corners of the feet, reaching back up once more, and out, let it go. One more, breathing in, pressing through all four corners of the feet, reaching up, and letting go. Stay here for a moment, maybe swing gently from left to right. Any movement that you find comfortable, that you want to experience. Then take your hands back down, step your right foot back, step your left foot back, come into a high plank, lower your knees if you need to as we're in the beginning of our sequence. Breathing in and breathing out all the way down. Come onto the top of your feet, breathing in, hands to chest, cobra. Breathing out all the way down. And breathing in, push yourself into a tabletop position. Taking a moment here, feeling into that connection, and then taking any movement that you wish to take. Maybe shift your hips from left to right, maybe forwards or backwards and forwards, maybe coming into an upward facing dog, maybe into a short child's pose. Listen to your body, surrender to what it asks you, what it wants you to do. If you just want to lie on the floor and listen to the practice, that's fine too. But when you're ready and it feels good for you, tuck your toes under and then push yourself into downward facing dog. Walking your dog out, stretching the calves, bringing one heel down and then the other, then pressing the mat away, pushing the hips up high. And then slowly stepping to the front of your mat once more. Take your hands to your shins, halfway lift, flat back from the tailbone to the crown. And breathing out, forward fold. Breathing in, pressing through all four corners of the feet, reaching up. And breathing out, forward fold. Breathing in, halfway lift, flat back. Breathing out, forward fold, come all the way down, back into a high plank. Lower your knees if you need to, or keep them up. Take a moment here to shift forwards and backwards, finding your center point. And then pushing into downward facing dog. Anchor your right foot, lift your left leg up, three-legged dog, point your toes. Breathing out, knee to nose. And then step your left foot through between your hands. You can lower your right knee if you need to. And then press through your front leg, come all the way up into high lunge. Check in with your ankle and your knee are stacked above each other. Beautiful. Keep your palms facing each other. Fingers are sparkled and engaged. Breathing in, pressing for both feet evenly, and breathing out, sink a little deeper. Breathing in, lengthening through the spine, and breathing out, take your hands to heart center. Sometimes when we hold poses for longer, our body might scream, our ego might go, right, this is enough, do something else, I'm bored. But there is a time for everything, a time to be bored, a time to be exhausted, but also a time to endure and a time to let go of the need to control, to surrender. Breathing in, lengthening through the spine, breathing out, twist from your waist, and then bring your right elbow down to the left outside knee. Press the palms together, opening your chest a little bit, drawing the shoulders down the spine. Breathing in and breathing out. Maybe opening up your arms if it's in your practice. Bringing them back together. And then coming back into our high lunge, slight back bend. And then opening up into warrior two on the left side. Left arm goes forwards, right arm goes backwards. Beautiful. Press for the outer edge of your right foot. Press equally for your front foot. Breathing in and breathing out, sinking a little deeper. Breathe in, flip, reverse your left hand, draw it over your head. Peaceful warrior. And breathing out, cartwheeling your hands down to the ground. Step back into your high plank. And we flow, or you can go straight to downward facing dog. Breathing in, upward facing dog. Breathing out, downward facing dog. Straight over to the other side, anchor your left foot, breathing in, reach your right leg up, point the toes. Breathing out, knee to nose. Step your right foot through between your hands. Check in with your ankle and your knee are stacked above each other. Press through the front foot, reaching all the way up, high lunge. Again, palms face each other. Fingers are sparkled and engaged. Breathing in and breathing out. Feel the length through the spine. Keep your belly, your core engaged. So pulling the bit of your belly up. Feeling the stretch on the left thigh. Feeling into your strong, powerful body. And with your next breath out, take your hands to heart center. Maybe coming back to your intention. For me, it was to surrender, to feel into my body. To let go of that need to control. Breathe and lengthen, and then twist from the waist, left elbow to right outside knee, pressing the palms together once more, opening your chest a little more, twisting a little deeper, and then opening your arms if it's in your practice. Take your hands back together. Come back in to your high lunge position, reaching your hands up and opening up into warrior two on the right side. Keep your focus on your right middle finger. Turn your back foot either parallel to the shorter edge of the mat or 45-degree angle. Breathing in, lengthen, breathing out, sinking a little deeper. Breathing in, flip reverse your right hand, throw it over your head, peaceful warrior. Stretching the right side of your body. And cartwheeling your hands down to the ground, stepping back, and we flow. Chaturanga. Or straight into downward facing dog, maybe child's pose. Take 3 big breaths here. In through the nose, out through the mouth, let it go. Let your head hang heavy. Create a little bit of space between shoulders and ears. But turning your elbows outwards. Maybe bending your arms slightly so that you can really feel the benefit of letting your head hang heavy. You can always move your head in circles, or a little yes, a little no. And then slowly stepping to the front of your mat once more. Bring the big toes together and a little gap between the heels. Take your hands onto your shins, halfway lift. Breathing out, forward fold. Breathing in, pressing through all 4 corners of the feet. Coming all the way up into mountain pose as we did in the beginning. Breathing in, shoulders to ears, down the spine, opening up. Pull a bit of your belly up and in. And then come back to your smile. Beautiful. From here, reaching all the way up, extended mountain pose, slight back bend. And breathing out, take your hands to heart center and then lower down to the ground, coming onto your tiptoes, all the way down. And then opening your knees out to the side, so you're balancing on your tiptoes. I'm going to turn around so you can see how this looks. So I bring the soles of my feet together and I have a gap in between here. Beautiful. Keep your balance, and if you would like to challenge yourself, you can close your eyes for a moment. Embrace that wobbling. Keeping that smile, a smile to yourself. Feeling into the pose. And then becoming that witness of your own thoughts and emotions. Can you let it go? Can you let them drift by? And when you're ready, bringing your knees back together, come onto your sit bones. And we're coming into boat pose. So 3 variations. You can either take your hands behind your thighs and leave your heels on the ground. Maybe you want to lift them up a little bit, or in 90 degrees, or maybe you want to straighten your legs. I prefer to have them bent a little bit. And you can take your hands out to the side as well. Breathing in, straightening your spine, engaging the core. And breathing out, slowly lowering down to the ground, low boat. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, low boat. Breathing in, coming up. And breathing out, low boat. And as you're in low boat, look at your body, your feet, your belly, appreciating it, letting go of the need to judge. And then slowly lowering all the way down to the ground. Taking a moment to feel the connection between the body and the mat. Giving thanks to your body. And with your next breath in, bring your knees into your chest. Giving yourself a hug. Moving from left to right. Reaching your legs up to the ceiling. And then gently rock and roll forwards, backwards. And we meet in tabletop position. So be mindful how you get there. Any way is good. Maybe it's smooth and flowy, maybe it's a little bit more edgy. It doesn't matter. Do it in a way that is good for you. And then from here, come on to a child's pose. So you can have your knees close together or as wide as the yoga mat, bringing your forehead down to the ground. Breathing into your chest, into your back. And then feel your weight dropping into the mat. Surrendering. Letting go at different times in your practice, not just in Shavasana, but using it as a time to recharge in between as well. This is similar to life, as we don't just recharge and surrender to our pillow and duvet, but there are different times throughout the day when it's difficult, where we also can apply this concept of surrendering, letting go. Your next breath in, slowly coming back up, walking your hands towards you. We're going to set up for camel pose. So really opening the heart and a nice back bend as well. So breathing in, coming onto your shins, and then reaching your hands up and then taking them behind you as if you would put them into your chin pockets, drawing the shoulder blades together, breathing in and breathing out, and you can sink a little bit backwards. You can drop your head. Either you would like to stay here, or I like to tuck my toes under and then grabbing hold of my heels. Maybe you would like to grab hold of one heel and then the other first. If you do that, then reach one of the arms that doesn't grab a heel up to the ceiling. Breathing in and breathing out. If you have done one side now, then take your left hand back down and we take it over to the other side. Keep breathing, keep smiling. Remain that witness, that observer of your thoughts and emotions, even in those challenging poses. When you're ready, tuck your chin into your chest and slowly sit back onto your heels. Resist maybe the need to come into a forward fold or a child's pose now. Taking a moment in a straight spine first. Feeling into your spine. And then taking it down to a child's pose once more. Bring your forehead down. Breathing deeply into your belly. And come back maybe to the qualities of your breath. Listening to the sound of your breath. Observing the length of the inhale and the exhale. Feeling the temperature of the breath. The depth of the breath. Pushing yourself back up into all fours once more, tucking the toes under, push yourself into downward facing dog. Just take a very short moment here. And then walking your feet to the front of the mat again, Breathing in, coming to halfway lift. And breathing out, forward fold. Bending your legs, come back onto your sit bones once more. And then all the way down to the ground. And taking a moment here to feel into your back. And then lift your hips up slightly, bring them over to the right, let your knees fall over to the left, take your hands outside, either in cactus or straight arms. Make sure that both shoulder blades stay connected with the floor, the mat, the ground. Feeling this nice twist on the right side. Breathing in, coming back to center. Breathing out over to the right. You might feel this stronger on one side than on the other. Feel into that difference. Without judging it. Allowing the sensation to be there. Breathing in, come back to center. And then stretch your left leg out, stretch your right leg out. Come into Shavasana, our final pose that we mostly associate with that state of surrender. And then observe your weight, your body dropping into the earth, being supported by the mat. Observe how you relax the muscles in your feet, your legs, your hips, your belly, your chest, your back. Observe how you can let go of tension in your shoulders, your arms, your neck. Relaxing muscles in your forehead, around your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw, your tongue. Totally letting go. Only being aware of the present moment, the sensation, and the process of surrendering, mentally, physically, emotionally. Perhaps you would like to repeat your intention once more. Perhaps you can find ways to take and cultivate the insights from the practice off the mat. With your next breath in, take any movement that feels good. Or perhaps you want to stay here in Shavasana, state of surrender. If you need to carry on with the day, and take your hands maybe over your head, stretching, moving side to side. Bringing your knees into your chest, giving yourself a hug, kissing your knees. And then making your way into a comfortable seat of your choice, so that we can seal this beautiful practice for surrender together. Let's take your hands out to the side, breathing in, reaching up. And breathing out, taking your hands to your heart center. May I surrender mindfully. May you surrender mindfully. May we surrender mindfully. And with a smile, I take my hand to my forehead and I bow with a smile and in surrender. Namaste. If you would like to take this practice deeper, then I invite you to join the meditation and surrender. Maybe listen to my personal growth video on the difference between surrender and mindfulness, but also how the two work together. See you soon.